Good afternoon, everyone, to Plymouth Congregational Church. On behalf of the church and the Reverends Dr. Timothy C. Murphy and Sarah Offner Seals, we welcome you. Here at Plymouth Church, we say that no matter who you are or where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Today's program is made possible in part through the generous support of our donors. If you take a look at the back of your program, you will see a listing of all of those individuals. If you are encouraged today to make a donation, you can do so during the free will offering or by visiting plymouthfw.org/donate and choosing Plymouth Music Series. All of our Music Series concerts are presented free of charge to our community, and it is because of the support of our donors. Our next concert is coming up on April 26th. Songs of Immigration features mezzo-soprano Alejandra Sandoval Montañez and tenor Seth Allen. We hope that you will join us for this very moving presentation. After the first half of the concert, we will take a brief pause, at which time we will take the free offering and also reset the stage. So don't go anywhere. If you are online with us, get yourself a cup of coffee and make sure you come back for the second half. After the concert today, all are welcome to a reception in the Folsom Room just out through the doors to your right. Now please help me and give a warm welcome to Maestro Robert Nance.
Now don't make me cue you to applaud for this whole concert. Thank you for coming today for a program that I've entitled Catharsis at the Key. I've given you a definition in your program. I hope you've read that. But despite this rather bold and alliterative title, the goal of today's program is really quite simple. I'm inviting you on a journey of catharsis through my humble artistry, and hopefully to demonstrate why creative endeavor is so crucial to our human experience. Now, I'm personally very thankful for music because it helps me to be human, to reflect on what it means to be human, and then to process the human experiences that we call life. Whether we like it or not, life just simply happens, but how we deal with it really determines the course beyond that moment. In my journey, I've dealt with life by tapping into my greatest resource, music. It's where my creative self thrives, through which I achieve catharsis over and over again. Whatever I feel, there's a place to express it best for me. But whatever your discipline and in whatever way you can engage your creativity, your divine DNA, I commend it to you as the best part of who you are and the very gift that connects us to the life around us. Now, when I was planning this program, I had just turned 65. I signed up for Medicare, which makes me an official senior citizen. Damn it. And I also became the founder and artistic director emeritus of Heartland Sings, a group I founded 30 years ago. Took on some new roles in the community and was beginning to work through what does the next chapter of my life look like. Needless to say, I found myself reflecting on the past, being all at once grateful, shocked, mournful, loving, searching, nostalgic, and the list goes on. For many, hitting a milestone birthday, like I did last fall, change of life circumstance, or a health crisis, are a major moment in need of a strong catharsis. And I dare say that most of us here believe that a cathartic experience is something big. Indeed, some are. However, if you're paying attention, you might find, as I have, that catharsis is an ongoing process, not limited to major events. And that's what my program is about. How engaging my creative self helps me to cope with life, to experience catharsis on a regular basis, again and again and again. Every time I rehearse with a colleague, or practice the piano by myself, or perform a concert like today, or compose, whatever I'm doing, every single time is a form of catharsis. When I tap my creative self, what I call my divinity within, I feel connected to the God that is in everything. That includes you, all of you, my family, both blood and chosen, my pets, God bless them, and everything around me. And the peace, the connection that is the gift that helps us mitigate the human experience. That I feel every time I have those experiences. So yes, that is catharsis for me, and my wish for you is to find a way to tap your own inner divinity. You know, I know you have it. The question is, do you know that? Bet you didn't know you were going to get a sermon when you came here today. So end of sermon. I'm done. My soapbox is over, and be happy about that. So let's get on with the rest of the program. So I started, as I like to, with some version of a way of saying thanks. So I opened with the great chorale prelude by Siegfried Karg-Ehler called Now Thank We All Our God. You never go wrong starting with gratitude, which helps me put things into perspective. So let that be my thank you to you for being here with me today. Next on our cathartic journey is the introduction in Passacaglia in D minor by Max Reger. Written in 1899, it evokes a sense of chaos and strife that, for me, mirrors a lot of what's going on right now in our lives in this era of uncertainty. Now, if any of you brave souls want to come up here and sit at the organ with me, you certainly can, because the vibration up here is enormous, or you can enjoy it just as well out there. So if you want to come up, that's fine with me. After we do the Passacaglia, I'm going to do a reflective piece by American composer Samuel Barber, the Adagio for Strings, which you oft hear for memorial services. Today, I offer it as a testament to and a memorial to those I've lost, which include my parents, my siblings, some key teachers and mentors of mine, and some more recently, very dear friends. And then after that, I'll perform a toccata, which I heard for the first time when I was 9 years old, singing in the boy choir at Baruton Parish Church in Williamsburg, Virginia. And my choir master, who ended up being one of my keyboard teachers, played this toccata. I've always thought it was from the 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, but that's not right. Nemo played the toccata in D minor of Bach. But I've always thought this sounded a little bit like Something Under the Sea, so you can tell me later if you think that's true. But I'm playing that primarily to pay homage to all of my teachers that just inspired me to play the organ. And then after a short break, don't leave, because the best is on the second half of the program in my view. I'll offer some original songs for you and then some music that I put together in what I call the Catharsis Suite. So I hope you enjoy today's program. I'll say a few things after the break, but for now, let's enjoy the introduction in Passacaglia. Well, you didn't leave. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Thanks for coming back and being with us. Thanks to you, those online that are probably having a lot of fun with the spring weather. I hope you're not too warm. I know I'm getting pretty hot up here, so I may take off my jacket. So the second half of the program involves this wonderful Steinway. Very blessed to have this here. And some of my colleagues and friends in the second half. I just wanted to make sure I had an audience, so I hired people to be here to play with me so that they would. That's it. So part of my journey, which I'm reflecting on too at this stage of my life, is where I've been since I embarked on my career. And of course, right at the beginning of that career and before coming here, I met my husband, Chris. And it was during our courting process, which was 38 years, well, it's 40 years ago now, but 38 years when we decided that we probably had something to invest in as a couple. I wrote him a song. He gave me a sweater, and I wrote him a song. And to this day, he lets me know that he said that I really should have done something better than that sweater. But no, he's blessed me by being with me for this long, and that just proves he's got a lot of stamina. So that's one. And then, you know, that was probably one of the first times that I endeavored to express myself by composing. So, I mean, Chris has heard me play this a lot. So when I get to that, that's the One Soul Rising that you hear in the 4-set that I have for you. That particular one has grown just as we have over 38 years. The first one that I'm going to play for you is called Morning. And I mean, literally some sunshine. And I'd had an experience with a very dear friend, Patricia Adsit. Many of you know that we were very close, best friends for the longest time. And she and I just were talking about stuff, and it was just a beautiful day. And if you'd ever visited her in her living room, just a beautiful sunshine, lots of windows and things like that. So I was inspired to write something that was what turned out to be our favorite time of the day, which is the first thing in the morning. And so I wrote that piece for her. And again, these are all cathartic experiences, right? I wrote them not because I wanted to gift something to them, but to express myself about the things that we had shared. And then dedication is full, chock full of some very touching inner thoughts I have for so many people who have nurtured me and with whom those relationships just simply make my life better. And then the last piece I wrote because of the Bradley Hotel downtown. Now I have lots of songs that are a little less meaningful, but I would say that Barbara Backard, who is the founder of Vera Bradley, deserved to have this for all the pain and suffering she went with just to build that building. And it's become a real special place in my life because I play there every Friday and Saturday. And she gave me that opportunity. So I wrote that song, Birdie, that's her nickname, and that's the restaurant that's upstairs. So now you've got the context of the 4 pieces. I'm just gonna play them. You don't have to applaud in between, just enjoy, close your eyes, and don't look at me. Because I'm just gonna sweat. So next, I'm going to invite my friends up here, my guest artists, who are probably out in the wings with their fingers warming. You know, I just had a cathartic moment while I was playing, thinking, is my coat wrinkled? I couldn't wear it for church today because I know a linen tends to wrinkle the minute you put it on. So, okay, so I want to tell you why I call this collection of pieces a catharsis suite. Why did I call it that? Well, sometime in the fall, I became aware of this artist named Alexis French. He does spell his name with capital F and a small f, which is a way of distinguishing himself because he is quite an individual artist. And I started to hear moments in his music that meant something to me for my journey, okay? And then I also included this intermezzo by Alex Shapiro. It's funny that all of the composers' names are Alex something, right? But Alex Shapiro wrote this intermezzo, and it's so gorgeous. I was so moved by that I couldn't stop listening to it. She's a dear friend of Chris and mine, and we visit them in Seattle every once in a while. And she had given me a whole collection of her piano pieces that she wrote when she was in LA. And this one really struck me. So it was not orchestrated, it's just a piano piece, but I orchestrated it for Pat Atzett's memorial service last March. And so I've rearranged it for string quintet, which I hope you enjoy this redo of my, my orchestration and all of that. And then the pieces that Alexis wrote all involved an orchestra, of which there are no parts available, so I had to transcribe what I felt was appropriate for a string quintet with those pieces. I love these pieces. We're going to play them straight through. I hope you enjoy them and that they mean as much to you as they do to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't you love those pieces? Aren't they nice? I just want to do it all over again now that we've relaxed and done it once. Yeah, that reverie, right? Well, one of my favorite things, of course, is you guys can go sit down. You don't have to do anything unless you want to take another bow. Go sit, yeah. One of my favorite things, of course, is just, I've been so privileged in this town to have so many wonderful, talented friends, more talented than me. And I'm going to invite somebody up. I don't think he knew I was going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Reggie, are you out there? Yeah, there you are, okay. So Reggie is a new pianist with us over at Heartland Sings. And this, I mean, gosh knows, I mean, I'm embarrassed to ever play in front of him because he's so good. But, you know, that's okay. He can take me as I am, which is imperfect. Hope you don't mind that. But we were working on a recording together, and he's been working on one. Come on over here. You know what we need, Dave? We need the other piano bench. Can you go get it? Good. I'll make enough time because, well, our two butts don't fit on one bench. So anyway, well, we were talking about what we wanted to put on this recording, and one was this song from The Sound of Music, My Favorite Things. And Reggie looked at some ideas I had, and he went, he said, I've got an idea, and he came up with something, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I said, if you happen to show up to my concert, I might just ask you to play this with me. And so he showed up, which means he wants to do it. But this is an added value. It's free of charge. And you know, as soon as Dave gets back with the bench, we'll do it. So Reggie, now why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, because there's nothing in the program about you. So where'd you go to school, all that sort
All right, well, I grew up in Auburn. My family moved to Fort Wayne when I was in high school. I moved away for a few years. I went to the Eastman School of Music, University of Denver, Mannes College of Music. Did the whole thing, lived in New York City some, lived in Colorado some. I toured with Postmodern Jukebox for about 6 years, and then decided it's time to come back home. So here I am in Fort Wayne, been back for about 3 years. I've been working at Heartland with Maestro for about 7 months now, and I'm so excited that I've gotten to meet him, and we're gonna now perform My Favorite Things.
So we're going to end the program with what we call here at Plymouth the combo. And I think Dave was reminding me, I think we started playing together. Brad was the first person I played with in Fort Wayne, my first sandbox buddy. Brad Coons, in 1990 when I came here, we did a show, Jock Brell, right? And so he was in the pit orchestra with me, and we just had a blast. And then in 1995, we started a group at First Pres that has followed me since then, called, well, I don't know if we called it anything, but it was a combo. And here at Plymouth, we call it the, T-H-E-E, the combo. And I mean, we are the combo, but we have a reason for being when we play here at the church. So we're going to play a song that we do typically for church, Amazing Grace. And then if you're good, I'll honor the encore. We have a wonderful reception waiting for us that has been prepared, lots of fresh fruit, good food. So just join us and we'll visit for a little bit. But I think one of the things I'd like to leave you with in this encore is a sentiment that I think we need to keep in mind with all that's going on, and things are just really kind of awful. And you have to ask yourself, what in the heck can you do? And I think the thing that we can hold on to is that this world, however screwed up the people on it are, including ourselves, it's still a wonderful place. What a great place that we've been charged with taking care of, this wonderful world. So I'm going to play with my combo here, a setting of It's a Wonderful World. Shake all of your